Hey guys, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to see, can you guys hear me? Because I don't hear anything in my headset. So can someone give me a shit? Just need to okay. Like I can. Oh my god, this is like so weird. Okay, all right. So you guys can hear me, but for some reason I can't hear this. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. Now I can hear it. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Be right back.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Hosted by Chris, Kid USA, and Nappy Boy. Shout out to Ziggy, put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Let's go.
very long time. He passed away yesterday. Tim White. He's been around for a minute. I think he died at the age of let me see, 68, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just read a little bit about Tim White. Just in the event if you guys don't know who he is. I should put him on the screen so you guys will see it. But yes, so this came from WWE.com. WWE is saddened to learn that longtime referee Tim White has passed away. And this was yesterday. For more than 2 decades, Tim White was a dedicated WWE referee and official. White began his illustrious career in 1985 working with Andre the Giant as a part-time referee. During his tenure as he was a referee in some of the WWE's biggest matches, including the infamous Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Mankind and King of the Ring. Also, he was also in one of the most bloodiest matches. Also, on top of that, was the Jericho versus Triple H, which he was taken out indefinitely. He also appeared in some, I believe it was in the storyline, I believe. He was at a restaurant and they were talking to him about Hell in a Cell. I don't know if this was years back. I'm not too sure. I think it just was. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I've seen them recently, if I'm not mistaken. Or this might, yeah. I think this was recently, I believe. But anyway, a shoulder injury effectively ended White's in-ring career, but White still remained a major part of the WWE, working behind the scenes as an official and talent agent until 2009. WWE extend their condolences to the White family, friends, and fans. RIP to Tim White, March 25th, 1984 to June 19, 2022. Me and him had the same birthday. That is insane. So before we start our podcast, I'm going to do a 10 bell tribute, and I'll be right back. Tim, you will be missed. So let's go on with the show. All right. So this past week, everyone, had to been the most craziest week I have ever done when it came to telling wrestling stories and what have you. I'm really not going to get all into it because number one, this is about you guys. This is a while since we did fan reactions. But because I literally covered everything, like from SmackDown to AEW Dynamite to the backstage stories, this is mainly just like, this is Father's Day, so I want to give you guys an invitation to come on here. If you did not get an opportunity to do so, because like half of my staff is literally, they're, doing fatherly celebrations with their families and friends and all that. And that's cool. So that's why I said, like, this podcast is really not going to take too long. It'll probably be an hour at best. But like I said, we covered everything. But if you guys do want to come on here and you want to take the time to tell us more about the scandal with Vince McMahon, Stephanie taking over as CEO, Sasha Banks being released, misinformation, Jeff Hardy, DUIs, AEW suspending Jeff Hardy. We are on the road to Forbidden Door. A lot of shit that we have covered this week. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me and not getting sick of me, because I know I was on the airways quite a bit this past week. But yeah, I really want to listen to you guys discuss what we have done, and remember to like this video, like it, share it, comment. Yes, most definitely. You guys have been doing a good job with that. Keep it up. Keep it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the link out so you guys can come on and join me. Nah. I mean, I can always rest. You know what I'm saying? That's not an issue for me. That's all I do is rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm unemployed, and the only thing that I do is like just talk wrestling. That's mainly it, really. So I'm good. I'm good for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is all about you guys. I'm so sorry, my bad. But yeah, this is all about y'all, and you know what I'm saying? We're going to kind of go around the room. Oh yes, Dave Hebner passed away this past weekend as well. He passed away Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And then Tim, he died, I believe today. Yeah, he died today. So yeah, so we're gonna get you guys to come on here, and we're gonna talk more. We're gonna talk it up. We're gonna really talk it up. But this the upcoming weeks, everybody, is going to be very, very interesting. Trust me when I tell you that. So we got Kenya on, and Miss Ty.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Hey. So, once again, thank you for coming on the show. This segment is about you guys, and y'all just tell us what you're thinking out there. And everyone, if you can, please share this around. Let everybody know that this segment is fans speak out evening. So we really don't need to get into this shit because, like I said, I already told y'all, if you need to refer back to our past episodes this past week, all you gotta do is go to #Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can check out the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast as well, because we also been covering this the whole stories all this week. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you guys take the floor. Go ahead. Kenya, you can go first. I can't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Can't hear you. So while Kenya's getting that together, Reese, are you? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, go ahead, Kenya. Go ahead.
All right, so I want to touch down on this Mr. McMahon scandal that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, from what I'm hearing, it wasn't just about the $3 million hush money that they was bringing up and saying and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They said even before this whole scandal was brought out to light and kind of just came out and everyone knows about it and everything like that, he's been doing some other shit before that. You know,
such as what did you hear?
It's been a lot of past allegations from former co-workers from the WWE that are now actually coming out stating that they have had a similar encounter from Mr. McMahon, somewhat like what he had with this paralegal that is no longer with them, and just gave like the whole $3 million hush money and stuff like that. So from what I'm hearing is there are other women that are involved. So it wasn't just that one person that we know about that they're saying has the whole $3 million hush money thing that's going on. There were actually other women who were actually had a similar encounter to what's going on. So right now, when Vince McMahon showed up to SmackDown Friday night, the word going around is that everybody who was there at SmackDown Friday night were pissed. They were so infuriated over the fact that Vince McMahon showed up for one and pretty much just acted as if everything was fine, nothing is going to happen, or everything was all rainbows and unicorns and everything like that. Everything was all good and everything. And he pretty much just made the situation look as if like everything is fine. So when he showed up to SmackDown on Friday night, it pissed off a lot of people, because you are under investigation over an alleged scandal that you done, but you come to SmackDown and just acted as if nothing happened, or this is not happening, or nothing is going on. When that part of the story came out and I heard about it, I said, okay, so why would you go on SmackDown if you're under investigation for an alleged scandal that you are a part of? Me personally, I would have never showed my face. I would have been dealing with this issue more than just trying to show up on television to put smiles on people's faces. That's their memo. That's WWE's memo right there. Put smiles on kids' faces and put smiles on everybody's faces. But your owner, the CEO of your company, is under an alleged scandal investigation, but shows up on television acting as if nothing is wrong or nothing's going on or everything is all fine and dandy. But now it's like, did it make things worse or did it make things okay? Technically, it made things worse. So right now, by this whole investigation happening with Vince McMahon, he is now telling everybody, because he said this before SmackDown, whatever the outcome of this whole investigation, because right now it is not looking nowhere good for him. It's not looking anywhere good for Vince McMahon right now. So probably by July or August, I don't know when the investigation is going to be over or when it's going to be done and everything like that, but it's not looking too good for Vince McMahon right now, because they're saying he might be on the verge of losing the entire position as CEO. So they gave the position to Stephanie McMahon, his daughter.
Oh God.
When they could have because somebody brought this up and I thought it was an okay point too. Why didn't they let Nick Khan take over? Why didn't they let him do it?
Well, I mean, you got to go by chain of command. If no one else is around, then the president will have to take over, because you got to go through the family first. Because first it'll be Vince, then it'll be Stephanie, and then Triple H, I guess. Shane is like nowhere around, so and then if there's no one else, then they'll go to the president. So you still got to do a chain of command. Yeah,
and that's the thing, because even when Stephanie McMahon took her leave of absence, they was still looking at it like, wait a minute, Stephanie McMahon took a leave of absence. Triple H is in no condition to do anything. So why couldn't they let Nick Khan take over? Because they said when Stephanie was doing her leave of absence, not only was the board trashing her, but Vince was trashing her too. Like, she was getting trashed by her by the company, by Vince and the entire board. She went on a leave of absence, and they are just trashing the hell out of her. But then when this comes out, they want to put her in power. And I look at that and just be like, wait a minute. So y'all
very contradictory. Yeah, it's very contradictory. Like how everything jumped off. Like 1 minute she went on leave of absence. The next minute, now Daddy gets in trouble, and now you want to run to Stephanie and say, "Oh, you're the next chairwoman of the company." I'm like, wait, what? Like, if it was me, I would have said, fuck you, and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Austin Jones, he's one of our newest viewers. He said it's called karma. Yes, and that's what we've been talking about all this week. I think people got the notion that Vince McMahon is untouchable. Vince McMahon is Jesus. Everything that's going on with the WWE fan base is tribalism. That didn't make no goddamn sense that he got a standing ovation. He literally embarrassed his fucking company. But nobody don't want to talk about that because they feel that they have a right to defend the WWE. Doesn't matter. If the man was playing with little boy booty holes, they still will defend Vince McMahon. They have favorites.
Yep.
I mean, you need to have that same energy with Velveteen Dream. Have that same energy. But they said, oh, he was paying this female out of his own money. But the thing is that that's irrelevant because then we found out some more information. So apparently, the WWE board of directors can fire Vince McMahon at will. If they have cause, they can get rid of him like that. They don't even need to do a vote or whatever because this is a public traded company. Vince McMahon has to answer to the board of directors. It don't go the other way around. So Vince McMahon could be in trouble. Most definitely. Mr. Reese, go ahead.
This could be in a lot of trouble right there. But yeah, this has been negligence at its worst when it comes to WWE. Mm-hmm. Because you think between all of the releases, all of the walkouts, and then just all of the sweeping under the rug, that Vince just put himself in a position where, and I even felt like this dating back to even before he started pushing Roman, is that Vince is going to find himself in a position where he's going to be his own worst enemy because sooner or later, a lot of stuff's going to wind up coming out, and I almost find it coincidental that as soon as Dark Side of the Ring even premiered back at season 1 with the whole Macho Man and Elizabeth episode, do you find it funny that's when WWE really started hitting its downward spiral?
I agree.
And then,
I agree.
Of course, where we really want to take things, depending on how each person feels about it, the Plane Ride from Hell episode really made people wonder what Vince has been doing. And even though, there's some stuff going back from the 80s and 90s, and I even know about, hell, since we want to talk about the steroid scandal, another infamous legal dispute Vince was involved in. And this is actually a telling story. When we talk about Vince having favorites, that there is actually a story, and this is actually in Hogan's first book, that him and Vince took the exact same type of steroids at the exact same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And apparently what this was like, so that if any effects were happening, that they both know about it. And this really gets you to wondering that I think this is a long, especially like if you're a slightly older fan, this is why his dad didn't want to sell him the company in the first place.
Yeah, that part.
Because Vince knew that his son was going to, although the good part, he took the company to new heights, whatever. Bad part was how much illegal shit he had to do to make WWE what it is.
Right.
And more importantly, make the McMahon name like a power player.
Right. So everyone, depending on like how many people come on here, I'm gonna have like maybe about 4 at a time. I know some of you really want to come on the show and you want to talk, so this is the night to do it. I did put the link down below, so if you guys do want to join, come on. Cool. Yes, and remember to like this video, share the video. Yes. So we got KPG, and then we got Malik. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
All right, peace and blessings, brothers.
Hey, Don.
Yes. So, we've been talking about this all week. So, Malik, you sent me some information. Chris Vick sent me some information today. I really haven't had a chance to really look over some of the videos because I've been like so freaking busy. But I guess what I want to ask is, what is the next stage to Vince McMahon in the WWE? Now, what Austin Jones just said, because he's in charge of creative, I mean, you can't really expect change, with the WWE, especially if he's in charge of creation. So, what do you guys think? What's your what's on your mind?
I feel like he still has 80% of the board. So even if they do tell him, hey, we vote no confidence, he can just say, fuck you. He has 80% of the voting power of who to step down, who to not. So they do, like I said, they do say, oh, we want you to step down. You can say no. And so I feel like this whole trial is kind of, I don't want to say BS, because at the end of but it kind of is, because at the end of the day, he can simply just say, no, I'm not stepping down. So
but if it is true that in a clause that the board of directors can fire you at will, that throws everything out. I mean, that changes the game. If that's correct. I'm not sure. Allegedly. This might be correct. This might not be correct. I don't know. But like I say, we'll see that in the upcoming days. But if that is true, that changes the whole entire game. Because if they do find like calls that he been doing illegal activities, he could leave. He could be terminated tomorrow, possibly. So I'm telling everybody that, whatever happens to Vince McMahon, if he does get fired from the WWE, please don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be going on that tribalism fucking rants and shit, talking about, oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God, I'm about to have a suicide panic attack. No, dude, no. Because honestly, just like what Mr. Jones just said, this is karma. Everything that is coming to Vince is karma. He should have been corrected for his actions, but because he is the owner and he didn't have to answer anybody before they became a traded company. So he basically was doing whatever the fuck he wanted. But now he got to answer to the board of directors. That changes the game. So, wait, I think this is Mr. Jones. Austin, are you on?
That's me.
Hey, Austin, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. I've been hearing a lot of things, and a lot of things came to my mind.
Okay.
Well, I've been noticing everything from the Sasha Naomi to Vince, and I noticed when Vince's mother died, and this happens to a lot of people, I realize when their parents died, you start to unravel, whether you realize it or not, and things around you start to unravel. The Sasha and Naomi thing, especially when it comes to good sisters who do right, I noticed that a lot of things are happening as they're staying quiet. Things just start to unfold slowly.
So, do you think that Vince McMahon is at this point not giving a fuck, or is he in this imaginary bubble that he still can't be touched?
To me, here's how I see it. He stepped down, but he still is in charge of creative, and that's and that's why I was like, so nothing's gonna change. You have full control. He said he's stepping down, but he has full control of creative. Now, if there was no control of creative, if you lost control of that, then you can see a change and a lot of that power.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact, and Stephanie, to me, the fact that it's just a McMahon, it has to be a McMahon control. They dog people out.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's like, man, I gotta go back to her because I'm losing control. And then when I get back to power again, I can just take it from my daughter as usual and keep going.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what's going on is that Stephanie is being used as a tunnel. Basically, he's going to control Stephanie from remotely. Basically,
yeah, she's just a stand-in.
And if something happens, the scapegoat is Johnny Ace. He was hired as a scapegoat, basically. So they ain't gonna fire Vince, they'll let go of Johnny. Because
anybody else have any comments?
Yeah, and I was wanted to go back to like my other man who's talking about Vince having that 80%. If there's one thing Vince has done, and he's always known how to protect himself. Well, for the most part, he's always known how to protect himself because Vince is a smart dude, and so is Jerry McDevitt, his lawyer. Them two have probably figured out a way for every loophole to protect themselves. So if somebody ever did try to come down on Vince, they'd actually have a defense where whatever evidence would have knocked Vince out of power, they'd find a loophole to it and said, wait, is this how you acquired? Because if you did, now it just makes it all null and void, and then they got to try and find another way. But then Vince probably always has that loophole already covered as well.
Right.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Austin.
Vince, here's what I think. Vince is not smart. He's cunning. He's sometimes more cunning than smart. Then there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because the stuff from the steroids to this, he has gotten away with a lot of things. And it's like, okay, it seems smart, but when you look at it closer, it's like, no, you just slick. You're cunning. Because a lot of that stuff, he knows he should have been put away, or he should have lost power. But he slid by, especially with a good lawyer, the lawyer he has.
Mm-hmm. And this is the same lawyer that got him out of that steroids case, right?
Yes.
Back in like the
Exactly.
90s.
Yeah, he's had that lawyer, I think, for over 30, 40 years. He's, like I said, when you got billions of dollars, you can pay the top lawyer that you can find, especially a dirty lawyer who can, get you out of stuff that you really should have been convicted for. Yeah, that's why he's retained him. So Jerry McDevitt is probably somebody, if anybody fan or a wrestler who sues them, McDevitt always finds a way around it or a loophole. The information I sent you, Chris, I wanted to read it on the air a little bit, but I got it up now on the page.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this right here. It's called. There's like a 4 levels, A to D. The company may terminate the executive's employment under this agreement at any time with or without cause, as defined below. For purposes of this agreement, the company shall have cause to terminate the executive's employment under this agreement. Okay, A, the executive's theft or embezzlement or attempted theft or embezzlement of money or property of the company or its affiliates. B, the executive's intentional perpetration or attempted perpetration of fraud or participation in a fraud or attempted fraud on the company or its affiliates. C, the executive's willful and intentional material misconduct in performance of his duties or gross negligence of his duties other than due to the executive's disability, including an intentional failure to follow any applicable company policies or directives. Now, he's violated policies all through the years. And to me, sexual harassment is the biggest violation of company policy. So millions of dollars or not, this should be the nail in his coffin, so to speak, as far as the company. And some people think that Stephanie might be permanent interim CEO, at least for now. But like I said, with factors being Nick Khan and others, possibly gunning for that throne. I mean, who knows? Like I said, the next couple of weeks are going to be critical. But all I say is I see him getting fired coming, because once more evidence comes out, and it will, and it will come to light eventually, because the person who leaked this information basically started a runaway locomotive, and it's not going to stop. So you started a runaway train that's not going to stop, and Vince is tied to the tracks. So
I want to know which board member leaked this out.
Who knows? I mean, it could be anybody. It's somebody Vince is pissed off, or somebody who hates Vince. Somebody is gunning for that family for the most part.
Yeah, because go ahead.
I was gonna say they're gonna sell them every week. At the end of the day, they might just sell it just to get out of it. You might sell it.
Yeah,
now, the selling part, I want to kind of touch upon that. Now that the WWE might be selling the company, would this hurt their chances on selling the company because of situations like this?
I feel like somebody's gonna be gullible to buy it, and I hate to say it, but the people that are gonna be gullible to buy it are the Saudis. They're gonna be the one to buy it because they have a close relationship with the Saudis. You see, Vince has had multiple meetings with the Saudi prince, and unfortunately, it's gonna be their end, because I don't know if y'all remember, but at the first Saudi event, they wanted Ultimate Warrior to compete.
Like you didn't know that Ultimate Warrior died 2 years ago?
Yeah. And they wanted Ultimate Warrior again. They were so behind on wrestling that it wasn't even funny. They wanted all these old wrestlers to compete. And you see how they have Kane, Undertaker, Goldberg. So if they do buy WWE, they're gonna have old legends competing at their shows on a regular basis.
Old legends, and then they won't focus on the women too much if the Saudis take control of it.
Yeah, that's another thing too, because the Saudis, how they care about their women, So yeah, that's another subject. Now let's talk a little bit about SmackDown. Then we'll come back to this subject. So so Vince definitely must be behind this shit with Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
Enough already. We are done. Can we please see another rivalry? I'm through with this whole Roman versus Brock.
There's one thing they need. There's a lot of things I would do. There's one group they should put against the Bloodline that will be very interesting if you think about it. And they disbanded them earlier last year. It was the Hurt Business without MVP, Bobby, Shelton, and Cedric. If they do the story right, that would have been a good storyline to me with the Bloodline. They just don't have good stories, and then Vince changes it up. He thinks the old people go back to the same thing and make money, and they think we're all just dumb. We don't notice things.
Vince is stuck in the past. That's what it is. Because see, after Roman retained the belts over Riddle, and Orton is gone, so that was supposed to be their match for SummerSlam. It was supposed to be Orton versus Reigns for the undisputed title, but since Orton is gone, they threw in Brock Lesnar, and it's whatever happened to some of these other superstars who I think should have been in line for a shot at the undisputed title? Not just Riddle and Randy Orton. Drew McIntyre, I can understand him. Whatever happened to Bobby Lashley? Why isn't he getting a shot? What about Omos? Why isn't he getting a shot?
Wait, pause.
Omos,
Did you really say Omos? Really?
No. Honestly, I'm just hear me out.
The Black Great
I
Khali?
really kind of do feel that one good time, you let Omos face Roman. It doesn't even have to be for the titles. It don't even have to be for the undisputed championships. Just let him face Roman one good time, and if it's good and it's a good match and everything, then maybe so. Put him in the Undisputed Championship picture. But if it sucks and it's lame, then put him aside and be like, no, we don't want you, and everything like that. They can't use Cody. Cody is gone. Randy is gone. So the only people they look into right now as far as feuding with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley.
I would choose Seth Rollins because if you went back, he technically beat Roman.
It's a Royal Rumble.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've seen Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns multiple times, just like we've seen Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns multiple times. They have nobody to push and to bring up to the roster to push in a storyline who's a marketable person. They have nobody from NXT. There's nobody exciting. That's why Brock Lesnar's back. But see, just like The Rock, Brock Lesnar's not gonna last forever. See, so like you said, who do you got? There is Roman Reigns said in that promo. It might have been a promo, but he said there's nobody. Literally, all you got is Brock Lesnar to throw in the mix as a special attraction because there's nobody new to push. He has nobody.
And they're not. But the thing is, they're not trying to push nobody. See, that's their fault. They're not trying to push nobody.
Right, yeah, that's their fault. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I said, because that NXT 2.0, that is a terrible developmental situation now. Because I've looked at a few shows.
That's why I don't even watch it.
I looked at
a few shows, the highlights.
I watched the first 2 months, and I was like, nope.
All the talent on there, I don't see nobody as a breakout star. I mean, it's done. The golden era is gone. So it's like I said, see, if Brock Lesnar retires, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for them. There's nobody to sell. 2,
maybe 3, and that's the Usos' little brother, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes. That's it. Everybody else can go on.
I'm just not into the product. Like, I am so fucking disconnected from the product. I mean, this has been an ongoing thing, and this is way before AEW even came on the scene. And what people need to understand is the WWE is not going to change for you. It's not going to change for me. It's not going to change if an asteroid tried to hit this goddamn Earth. It's not going to do shit. It ain't going to do anything. Vince McMahon literally came out there just like what Ty said. Ty will bring you on in a minute. He literally said, fuck you. I'm not going anywhere. He believed that what he has been doing was right. What he did back in the day, men being sexually harassed, women being raped by him, is right. And it is sickening. Yeah. And he needs to go.
Yeah. Well, correction, it's been men being sexually molested. Let's put it that way. Because remember the cream team, as I mentioned Friday night on my show, when he was on my show, the cream team. Gotta remember that factor.
She mentioned AJ Styles, and I would enjoy AJ Styles, which he did a video for Slammiversary tonight.
Oh yeah, I watched that tonight. Yeah. It was a good show. It was a good show.
By the way, Slammiversary was dope. I
would
say that.
Yeah, especially AMW showing back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was dope.
But AJ Styles,
that's right.
We gotta realize about AJ Styles. He hasn't won the pay-per-view match in over a year. So how can you build AJ and Roman up when he hasn't won a pay-per-view match? He hasn't won a pay-per-view match since him and Omos won the tag team titles, I think.
Same with Seth. Seth ain't won a pay-per-view match. You know, his past few matches was against Cody, and he lost every one of them. And
that's why I understand they did 3 matches, because why are you doing 3 matches? Cody is 2-0. Why is he going? I can understand if it was 1-1, but it's 2-0. Why are we having a 3rd match?
And then with Roman versus Brock Lesnar, I mean, literally, Bobby Lashley said it on a fucking pay-per-view that I am after you, Roman. Why the fuck the WWE could not capitalize on that?
They put him with Theory and said, you know what? When he did say he wanted a shot at Roman for the championships, but then out of nowhere they just threw him in with Theory and said, "Oh, you're gonna feud with Theory for now. We're not gonna
put
you."
They're going to split the titles.
They're just having Theory feud with Lashley as a filler until John Cena comes back, and Theory's gonna face Cena.
And
Exactly.
who the hell
see-
wants to see John Cena? That's what I want to know.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Oh, shout out to John Blaine from my Saturday podcast, Around the Ropes. I want to. Oh my god! When it comes to logic, it makes sense, but it just doesn't make sense to the WWE. So let me see if I can filter this out. So you got Bobby Lashley, that's a face, and he put out. He's literally said that I want to challenge Roman for the titles. Roman has both planets. He has the WWE Championship and he has the Universal Championship. So he should be on both Raw and SmackDown, but for some reason he's concentrated on SmackDown. So they said that he's supposed to be on both shows. I'm sorry for closing my eyes. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just trying to figure this out like a jigsaw puzzle because this shit just doesn't make any sense. So you're going to ignore Bobby Lashley and you're going to go back in time to get Brock Lesnar that you have been feuding with for the past 10 years, and the storyline between you two is so goddamn stale. I just okay, I am tired of this shit. So you telling me that you can't have Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns, something new, something fresh, since you already broke up the goddamn Hurt business.
Really?
Now,
That was really a mistake.
It's just I am my head hurts.
Hey,
I have to get a set.
Yeah, he needs some aspirin, man. You want some aspirin?
Time.
You want some Advil or some Aleve?
I got enough in my
Yeah.
bathroom.
And Chris,
Yeah,
you
I got
forgot
you.
one
If
thing
you
in that
remember-
whole little speech right there. Something deserved because wasn't Lashley the WWE champion going into Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Was he never
he went through the
beaten
prod and he got a
Yeah.
concussion.
Yeah.
But if you remember, the reason why he's not showing up on Raw is because Fox said that they don't want their superstars, especially Roman, going back and forth because that's too much of a workload. They want
Fox
him
is
to
being
just be on
greedy.
SmackDown.
Dude, then
Wait,
take
what?
one of them
It's
belts.
Fox.
Then take one of them damn belts off of him.
Oh,
then.
okay. So,
Really? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, take one of the belts off of him.
They're trying to do that now for Survivor Series. I read an article. They already saying they're planning on splitting the belts because Survivor Series, Raw
It's
versus
very
SmackDown.
So I'm
They're
guessing
going-
Fox
so
gonna have one of those belts now.
So number one, that literally defeats the purpose of Roman even having both belts. So if you're gonna take the shit off the Survivor Series, what was the whole point of putting both belts on Roman and then having him sit at home?
Because they thought he was going to do more dates, but then all of a sudden they changed it to where he had a Brock Lesnar schedule, and now they're looking like, okay,
Yeah, they thought
He
he
wants to
was going to do
retire.
more
That
dates.
was his
until-
choice.
They thought he was going to do more dates. Then Fox said, "No, we only want him to appear on SmackDown because him being on Raw and
See-
SmackDown is too much of a workload." And
See,
then he came out on that house show and said, "I'm not going to be doing no more house shows." So that's a double.
Yeah, see, because his body's getting worn. He's getting tired, and his body probably in a lot of pain. And plus, he wants to transition to Hollywood now. So he's going to transition into a part timer like Brock Lesnar. So that's why he's fewer dates on just SmackDowns because he wants to retire soon. So see,
and here's another
Yep.
kick in the ass. He said that he's not going to do arena shows. They're saying he's only going to do stadium shows. So stadium shows are only at big for pay-per-views: Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and maybe Money in the Bank or TLC. So he's only going to be doing stadium shows. So he's only going to be competing four pay-per-views, essentially.
That would explain.
That
That would
gotta be.
explain why he's not. That would explain why he's not doing Money in the Bank.
yeah,
I
of
mean,
course,
it was supposed to be a stadium show, but they couldn't. They didn't have the. They didn't have the fans. They didn't have numbers.
Exactly. Because see, when they first made that announcement that Money in the Bank was going to be at Allegiant Stadium, I said, that's
yeah,
not.
but that was a Cody Rhodes commercial.
That was.
at
I
the
said
time.
that's not. This is not going to work.
Nope.
You having Money in the Bank at a football stadium when Allegiant Stadium, you can use that to do either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. And stuff like that.
brand
But
new
What they did last year.
Yeah.
But you want to do Money in the Bank because you think that you're gonna sell out just like they did for SummerSlam because SummerSlam was in Allegiant Stadium last year. Now they thinking, okay, we put money in the bank in the same building. We're going to sell more tickets and we're going to have a bigger crowd than we did then. When now you see reality, it's like reality just popped up in your face. You don't have enough people. They didn't sell enough tickets. That's why they switched their venue and said, okay, we're not going to do it at Allegiant Stadium. We're going to do it at the MGM and everything like that.
And they were saying that people that had tickets, they can transfer their tickets to MGM. And from what I hear, most of the people didn't even transfer their tickets to MGM. They just said, fuck this. I'm not going to claim my ticket. So that's even lower ticket sales.
Well, who got the ticket, though? AEW. I know who got the more ticket. AEW Forbidden Door.
Dude.
AEW Forbidden Door, because
I'm not gonna lie, I like AEW, but that's gonna be an underwhelming pay-per-view. Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy? No, thank you.
What?
Why not?
Why not?
I think it's gonna be a good
match. Have in Forbidden Door. That's the thing. That's why people go to AEW Forbidden Door, because you don't know who will come and who's gonna be there. That's the point.
I don't take Orange Cassidy's, like, he's not on the level as a Will Ospreay to be competing against. Give me Will Ospreay versus Swerve. Give me Will Ospreay versus Dante Martin. Give me Will Ospreay versus somebody else. Like, Orange Cassidy is only.
So you don't think that Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay is going to be a good match?
It's going to be a good match, but it's like, I don't want to. It's like not my cup of tea, basically.
It's not up to that level of, okay, I want to check it out.
Yeah. Then again, we thought the same thing.
Will Ospreay versus Daniel Bryan will be better than that.
But you know who is trying to challenge? You know who is challenging Daniel Bryan for Forbidden Door?
Yes, Jay.
Zack Sabre from New Japan. He's challenging Bryan Danielson for Forbidden Door.
And I noticed I was doing a show earlier. I was like, it's 0 black people or black wrestlers booked for Forbidden Door. What the fuck, Tony?
This is a good point, so let's let me ask y'all a question, because let me just ask you a question. So are we gonna do this for like every company? Like, okay, we don't see a black wrestler, so we're gonna rant. If we don't see this person, we're gonna rant. If we still see this person, we're gonna rant. The thing about it is that, once again, the wrestling industry is not for black people. I don't know why y'all don't understand that shit.
I understand, for real. But it's just
if you did understand it, you would have not made that comment, for real. Because like the thing is like, dude, you shouldn't be surprised. You should not be surprised that there are no black wrestlers that are dominating the pay-per-views, because it's just simply not for us. Even for Tony trying to do everything in his power to cater to this audience, to that audience, to this audience, and meanwhile, the WWE, black people are just leaving left and right and shit, and then yet they was like, you know what? Let me focus on AEW. I don't want to focus on WWE because, you know what I'm saying, that's my tribal chief, you know, of a company. So I'm gonna leave them alone. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna focus on AEW that's only been around for 3 years. And we already got 2 black champions, but I am not gonna lie. I feel your point. I'm not trying to bully you or anything like that of the sort.
Yeah, I understand. I hear what you're saying.
It's getting on my nerves that they gotta find something to bitch about. It's either the tribalism, it's either for the culture, but then yet they don't even want to even support Scorpio Sky.
Jay,
I'm sorry.
Can I rebuttal real quick?
Community.
I like Jay the champion. I like the baddies. I like Jay the champion. Scorpio Sky. I'm kind of on the ropes with him. He had some banger matches with Sammy. He had a banger match with Dante Martin. So I'm not a fan of his, but I'm kind of like, okay, I support him. So I'm on the ropes with him. But WWE, I don't like WWE either. The way they treat their black champions. Look at how the New Day lost the title. Kofi lost his title in 6 seconds. I'm like, you telling me he won this whole, how long was it, 6-month reign just to lose it like that? Biggie to lose his title like that, and Bobby to lose his title like that. So,
And you
Brock,
know the fucked
I
up
didn't
thing
like
about
that.
it is too, they accept that shit. All for a fucking check. That's what pissed me off. And then you got coon, and then you got coon ass fucking Booker T that just sit on his goddamn podcast every fucking day, talking shit about AEW, but won't say nothing about his slave master. That's the part that I'm.
Did Vince McMahon call him a nigger?
Yeah.
And
he said it in front of John Cena. Yeah.
I'm just being messy. I'm sorry.
So I have my flaws with AEW and WWE when it comes to African Americans. It's just like people hear me, they don't hear me bitch about WWE because first of all, I barely watch it because I don't want to sit through 5 hours of bullshit. I watch the highlights on YouTube.
I watch it for comic relief because it's funny. So I get I have a chuckle or two.
3 hours of bullshit.
But mostly
I may watch SmackDown. I may watch NXT, but I point out both of the flaws.
No, I don't watch NXT. NXT is something I won't watch. That's just trash.
I don't even watch. I haven't watched NXT since the Black and Gold brand was going on.
I haven't watched Raw since 2018.
And look, Chris,
I ain't watched wrestling out all that much.
I ain't watched SmackDown since 2017. So I have my flaws with both companies. I have my flaws with a lot of stuff. It's just that I point out the AEW stuff more because I watch it more. See what I'm saying? So
here's the thing, though. Like
that's my point. I'm trying to get. I point it out more because I watch it more. If I watch WWE more, I would point it out. But I don't watch that shit. I watch highlights.
Malik, what you say?
Yeah, no. Also, I was saying was back to your point earlier about the Hurt business. They had a good thing going there. That was the best thing I've seen because I find you finally had some. You finally had a faction of African American representation, and you fucked that up. I don't know why.
It was something new.
Now, as far as Omos goes, I think Omos can be good, but the reason why they won't put him against Roman Reigns because one, he's on Raw, and he's not a main event. He's not a main event potential yet, and plus, some people in the company think he's still green despite his size.
Some green.
No, they think he's green in the ring because of
he can't wrestle.
Right? Yeah, I'm saying he's slow. He moves slow. So see, to have him fight Roman Reigns, that would be a clusterfuck of a match. So it'll make Reigns look bad.
That'll be like Triple H versus Khali back in 07. Roman Reigns versus Omos. That's like Triple H versus Khali back in 07.
But as far as AEW goes, AEW could have booked you could have booked a match between Keith Lee and Powerhouse Hobbs. You could have done that. I mean, they're already beefing on the.
That's interesting.
I think they still feuding.
Right. Have them fight at Forbidden Door. Just a match. See how it goes.
I think Swerve is going to turn on Keith Lee.
And, I already see that.
And the Hitmakers are going to debut. That's my theory. The Hitmakers are going to debut, and they're going to bring the Hitmakers to AEW. That's my theory.
Who's the Hitmakers?
I mean,
Hero used to be.
Hero.
Yeah, B-Fab.
Hit Row. So now they're the Hitmakers. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you
actually, that's a better name than a Hit Row. That's better name.
Because WWE owns the copyrights to Hit Row, so that are the Hitmakers. Francis, Sooty Miles, and
formerly known as Top Dollar.
Yeah, Top Dollar. Or
Frank. Good storylines at AEW Forbidden Door. I want something unexpected.
You know what I think is going to be unexpected? Because on Dynamite, Jay White showed up, and they wanted to know who he was going to defend the IWGP title against, whether it was Adam Cole or Hangman Page. He said he wasn't going to put his belt on the line against neither of them. Yeah. So I think what's going to happen at Forbidden Door, Omega going to be back.
Right, yeah, because we ain't seen him in it's Kenny Omega's been out of sight, out of mind for a long time.
I think it's going to be a fatal four between. I know he's not going to say he's going to defend it, but I feel like they're going to have a match between both Adams, and they're going to go to like a draw or a double disqualification by Bullet Club interfering, and they're going to have him versus Cole versus Page versus Okada.
That might happen because Hangman, he said he still want to face Okada at Forbidden Door. But because
and he not even a champion no more.
Yeah, that's the reason why they're not doing the match, because he ain't the champ no more. So Adam Cole wanted to face Jay White for the IWGP title, but
So they might
like I
just
said,
do a fatal 4-way to please all of them.
It might just happen. It might be a fatal 4-way. So they put Jay White, Adam Cole, Hangman Page, and Okada, put them all together, fatal 4-way for the IWGP title. That just might happen. But that match between Cassidy and Ospreay, they said that's for the U.S. title, for the IWGP U.S. title.
Hey, what's going on, Chris from Facebook? Yeah, so I just don't. I still don't believe that Kenny Omega is coming back. But yeah, they're keeping this very, very secret. They're being very secretive about that.
You know, I was thinking Johnny Gargano. I think Johnny gonna appear at Forbidden Door, and his wife. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
50-50 on that one.
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano. I mean,
that might happen, because it has been a lot of talk saying that he wanted to go to AEW, but they thought
I feel like if he would have debuted, he would have debuted as a Joker for the Owen Hart tournament.
I thought it was going to be him.
Yeah.
When they said Johnny Elite, I thought it was him, but they said it was Johnny Elite. But then come to find out, he ain't even really signed to AEW. He was just there for that match.
Who?
Johnny Nitro or John Morrison?
Johnny Nitro, like, I'm so tired of that moist booty motherfucker. Like, I'm so.
They said
over.
After he lost to
Oh.
Samoa Joe in that tournament, they said he wasn't really signed to AEW. He was just there to be the Joker and just do that match. Like, he wasn't really actually under contract with AEW.
Yeah, because I noticed I ain't seen him since.
So
technically down there, AAA.
Yeah, so wherever he's at, that's where he's at.
Yeah, he's chilling with his wife.
Yeah,
his wife actually fought tonight. Her and Rosemary won the TNA Knockout Tag Team Championship.
And she called out Thunder Rosa.
Yep.
Yeah, that Queen of the Mountain match was great.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
it was.
That was a crazy match.
Keith Lee's wife was in there with Joan.
I can't. Something about her just make my ass itch.
Oh, you don't like Maya?
I just like I don't.
That was the only one.
I mean, it's like the only thing that's really good about her is her taking pictures on Instagram. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah, I follow her. Hey, look, hey, Chris, I follow her on Instagram. That's why I like her pictures.
I mean, that's basically what she does. I mean, she put
Basketball Glory.
No,
she do got her own YouTube channel.
I seen that. I ain't watched that. I seen that, but I seen it one time.
Yeah.
But I don't watch it.
I saw like 2 of her videos. She did one video. She was making a crunch wrap with Keith Lee.
Yeah, she was in the kitchen cooking.
Wow. That's talent. That's talent.
She said, "No, this is what she said. She said on her YouTube channel, and it's kind of crazy."
I'm sorry.
She said that when she makes her taco crunch wrap, she said Keith Lee would rather eat Taco Bell's and hers. You know,
wow.
Her food may be nasty.
Any jokes for that?
Wow.
Well, that's obvious what he's saying. Basically, that's he's being kinky.
That's basically what he's saying. Her food.
Yeah. You know, don't put your business out there in the street. But speaking of that, let's talk about look. Let's mention Natty and her sister. That's just fucking creepy.
Her sister got some big. I ain't gonna say it out here. I ain't gonna try to get.
Why not?
Her sister got some big tits.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I don't want to say tits because that Facebook be tripping about that.
No, well, Facebook. Look on Facebook.
Natalia got some big.
Not the same thing.
I met her like 4 times.
They'll take your lives down and stuff. So I ain't want to say tits because they be.
Oh no, this is uncensored. So yeah, you don't have to.
All right. Because I ain't want Mark Zuckerberg to.
Yeah.
I met Natalia like 4 times, okay, and she got some big knockers on her. So it ain't just her sister; it's her too.
Her sister puts herself out there like crazy.
Her
Look.
sister got
I was about to say,
her sister got OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her and Natalia be doing stuff on
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
No, not OnlyFans on YouTube. Jenny's the only one with OnlyFans, but on YouTube, I'm just saying. I'm thinking Tyson Kidd's not hitting that too much. I'm thinking,
Tyson Kidd is
Gay
gay.
about him. I'm sorry.
You think
Tyson Kidd is
gay?
gay. I think he like
Hey,
dick.
say Natty and Jenny love showing them anvils.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, what I'm
He
saying,
getting
they're
gay vibes.
sisters.
No
Sorry.
offense.
They're
If you-
sisters. You don't be following your sister. You don't be frolicking with your sister like that. I mean, but hey, you know, it's
There'd be some exceptions to that rule, though, besides them.
Ronda Rousey
So-
bashing the sisters.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey said something about her sister.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he
And that's what
yeah.
she
What
got
she said,
OnlyFans
what I basically said about saying, you know, that's weird. The way, you know, and Natty responded by somebody saying it's either a YouTube channel or people coming in my backyard to listen to it on Tuck and Stick or something and listen and talk about
Then she dropped her OnlyFans link.
right and talk about conspiracy theories. So I chose my sexy sister. Okay, but I'm saying, you know, I seen a video where they was doing cake and ice cream and, you know, eating, and I'm like, whoa.
What's that type of incest shit going on here, man?
That's some
Alright.
Twitter. That's some OnlyFans / Twitter shit going on.
But look, I saw a post on Facebook, brother, to the one with the Bullet Club shirt. I saw a post on Facebook. Somebody said Jenny looks so good the way she poses with the pictures. She could be a porn star because she has the potential to do porn. But
I bet you do. All of them do.
I bet she do.
no,
Yeah.
but see, she shouldn't do
You
that
go
because.
around, so
Now, hey, look, Chris, look, if she would do that, do you know how much heat Natty would get at the company, especially since Natty has survived all the budget cuts all these years? She's been there like 30 years, seemed like.
Like I said, a couple days ago, Natty is a charity case. Nothing more, nothing less.
Would that be out the window? Because if
I
Jenny
don't
were
know
to,
about that one.
He's their charity boy. He's their.
I'm just saying, look, if Jenny were to do any kind of porn, I'm surprised they don't send nothing to her backstage about her sister now, because her sister, those pictures are borderline softcore porn in the way that we pose. We're talking the hair over the topless breasts and the booty shots and the bent over and this, that. And I'm like, good God.
So was Natty sister dating Big E at one time?
Oh yeah, Total
He tried to
Divas.
hook her up, yeah.
It was on.
Total Divas, yeah.
Okay,
But
so they were just basically fucking. Basically.
I think it was a one
Yeah.
date or one shot date, and it was one and done, because, you know, I don't think nothing came of it. Maybe he hit it one
they
time.
went
but
on like 1 or 2 dates. Then
yeah, so I don't think
Nothing.
he was feeling her, so he bounced. So, you know,
Or maybe she did, because I mean she passed up on some black dick. Like, wow, okay. That's strange. Okay. But,
Like
you know,
she gave up the Hershey's chocolate. Wow.
Wow,
Maybe she was
or
trying
maybe
to
she
go.
don't like black guy,
Maybe
maybe
she
she
was
don't like
trying to
black
go
men.
after
Who
Woods.
knows?
She gonna sip some hot chocolate.
That could have been her new favorite coffee flavor.
I'm just saying,
That's
I'm thinking Jenny, even though they maybe hooked up, I'm thinking maybe Jenny don't like black men. Who knows? I mean,
I think
chemistry-
Jenny was
the
trying to
chemistry-
get near Woods because she wanted to reenact the whole Page thing.
yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's a good point
I
too.
am not gonna lie. That man is so hung. Like, that's like, wow. Just okay. We're gonna move on. Oh, Jesus
I had to watch that in
Christ.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Moving
Oh,
on,
Jesus.
moving on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from that one. Yeah. I want to get close to Xavier Woods.
Oh yeah.
That is funny. That is really, really funny, Reed.
Don't get all X-rated like your boy Xavier Woods. And I was like,
I mean,
ouch.
I think that's the only reason why they had 2 days. She asked, like, you know, can I get close to your friend, you know? And he said, no, you can't. He married. Oh, then I don't want to deal with you then. I thought, you know what? I thought Big E had kids, but he only like 28 or some shit.
Like early 30s, yeah, because I know
he like early 30s.
Early 30s. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and speaking of people that could have been pushed, but unfortunately, yeah. When is Big E supposed to be back?
Big E is not coming back. That man, his neck is broken.
Yeah, I mean, it's healing, but I'm thinking
They showed
he's going to be forced to retire.
Him throwing his neck brace in the garden.
Never say never though, because Edge came back after so many years.
Yeah, but look how long it took Edge for Edge to come back, though. It took him a
That's
long
what I'm
time.
saying.
It took him a
Like,
minute.
after so many years, he came back.
Yeah, it took him a minute.
Same that damn Brian too.
Mm-hmm.
So Big E could be a whole different situation. But look, back to my IM for a second. Yeah, if there's something about my IM that rubs you the wrong way, hey, speak on it, brother. I mean, I can't see. I've heard she's nice, but who knows? You know.
Who?
Mia
Yam.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I heard she nice too, but like at the same time, like I don't know, like sometimes
something is very off about her.
Do be inconsistent. I do got.
Yeah, it's just the thing. It's just like, you know, when we were trying to find out about Big E, I mean not Big E. I'm sorry, not Big E, but we were trying to find out about her you know, then boyfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Keith.
Like she was being like. She was being rude and shit. She was talking about, well, don't I need y'all to get out of my you know, stop worrying about Keith Lee and shit. I'm just like, girl. I was like, are you mad because we're not talking about you? I mean, like, what? I mean, that's all I was trying to figure out. I was just trying to figure out, like, is the man okay? I mean, what's good?
Yeah, because
they have that whole thing come out. Oh, why is he on TV? Then he finally explained, like, he had, I think, like, heart problems.
That's all I cared about. I didn't care about the other shit. I didn't give a fuck about how y'all fucking, like, what positions y'all do. I didn't care about that, you know. But I mean, she had her reasons, so like, you know, whatever. So it's
and the thing is, she's a good wrestler, but if she got the attitude about her, if you sense that, I mean, I understand that, because like I said, see, a lot of them divas, and the thing is, she was never pushing WWE. That's why she got released. She had one match and lost to Dana Brooke, and like I said, that was that dumb stable that
Retribution.
No, Black Lives Matter Part 2.
Yeah, the Retribution shit that they did. Yeah, I could see Mia Yim's career was going nowhere fast with that. So she's back home where she came from, Impact Wrestling.
Nope, back on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, that too, yeah.
That too. I don't have no problem with Mia Yim. It's just that her attitude, something about the way she talked to people, the way she carried herself, think that she's above everyone. But at the same time, she could be like a bit of a hypocrite or a bit of.
Of course, yeah, and she's a babyface on Impact because she'll slap pants with the fans, and see a lot of babyfaces to fans can be jerks, and that's just the way that is. So look, that's why you might as well just go ahead and turn him heel. And the thing is,
babyface in character, a heel in real life.
Yeah, the thing is, and she comes up there,
and it's always reversed.
That's true.
Yeah,
look, a lot of heels or a lot of.
What does hey Chris? Answer me this. What does HBIC mean? What's that initial? Was that a gang thing or something?
Head bitch in charge or some shit. Yeah.
Right. Okay, that now see it because she comes out there with the Crip colors, with the mask on, like she's hood, and on Instagram she's all sexy. Look at this. I found a picture of her which I posted on Facebook. She was doing a pose from the back, and she was wearing a thong. I mean, it looked good, but
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she's the type of individual where if she's not getting the attention at home, she the type of person to, like, she got the the ass shots and then the cheeks and then and all that shit. Yeah, I mean,
she's trying to be hood.
Yeah, she's trying to be hood, but then she want to be innocent as well. But like when her responses just be like bitchy mode, like that's
right. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what Natalia is. She ain't getting no dick from Tyson Kidd. That's why she be posting bikini.
Tyson Kidd, you mean she ain't get no dick from Keith Lee? Well, she must be getting it. I mean, they got married. I mean, look. Oh, did you see her wedding pictures?
I seen some of them. I seen some of her.
I hate when women wrestlers do that though. They have to put their wedding picture and put everything about.
Well, she looked good in the wedding dress. I mean, I'll give her that. She looked good in the wedding dress,
I mean, but still, like, I'm like, man, like, you were losing in WWE, you're losing the Impact. I'm like, girl, ain't shit.
I guess wrestling ain't for you.
Wrestling's not for you, but you can go back to Instagram, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Instagram is.
I mean, that's the best thing that she can do.
Yeah, that's all she got going because she can't. I've heard her contract is short term with Impact right now, so it's short term. So she don't know what she's gonna do.
Yeah, it's only for like a year.
Oh, for
Yeah.
a year? Okay, stay away from AEW because I don't want to see her there. Like, I don't want to see another
I think that
so-called
AEW
power
They're gonna
couple
bring a
2.0.
mixed tag team
Yep.
titles to
They-
AEW. Have her and Keith win it.
They throwing this question all over YouTube. They asking if Sasha Banks might go to AEW.
She
Yeah,
should.
it
I
took.
want her to go to AEW. For
Sasha
real.
to AEW.
Well, Thunder Rosa already made a post about saying she expresses interest in wrestling Sasha Banks, and Sasha had to get her lawyers involved to get her
Sasha
released.
shouldn't go to AEW.
They already throwing that out there after they found out she got released from WWE. They think she might be next.
They already had the thing
AEW.
ready. Mercedes to AEW confirmed.
Mercedes
Ronaldo.
Because on her Twitter,
But what
she going by her
her
real
gimmick
name.
gonna be? She's not gonna be Sasha Banks no more.
She going by her
It's
real
gonna be
name.
her real name. She's gonna be Mercedes.
Didn't she debut on WWE Mercedes?
Yeah.
No, she also been Sasha Banks in the WWE.
Because I thought when she first
She did have one other name, but I don't think she used her real name though.
Mercedes KV. I was like, yeah, I think I remember that when she was talking about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if Thunder Rosa has already expressed an interest in wrestling her, Thunder Rosa probably got clout to push her to come to AEW. Who knows? And even Britt Baker, DMD as she calls herself, says she would love to wrestle Sasha Banks. So that's two people right there in AEW that want to work with her. So
it's some bangers she can have at AEW.
Sasha's been hurt by the WWE as a fan, and I think she's like, you know what? Let me step back and do something else because she's in the Star Wars thing with Disney. She's gonna be making money, but I would step back and get my wrestling back.
They said she's got multiple. She has multiple opportunities in Hollywood too, so she may not wrestle really right off the bat. I would go to Hollywood because that's where the money's at for her. She can make more money in Hollywood than wrestling.
She's in Star Wars and Disney. That's one of the big universes. She can make the money.
You know, Disney got that money.
Yeah, you know this shit.
Yeah, Disney got deep pockets.
Disney got that money. She can go there, do a movie. She's set.
Yeah, and if she ever do go back to wrestling, like I'd go somewhere where there isn't a lot of star power in their women's division.
You gotta get
they show up here,
but they can afford her. Impact.
Right. See, that's the thing. See, that's the red flag, the negative part about WWE superstars. They go to WWE, okay, they make a little money, they become somewhat big stars, whether mid card or main event. All of a sudden, they go to the Indies and they expect promoters to pay these high prices. I mean, they asked Braun Strowman.
If I was,
look what happened to him. He got priced right out of the Indies. They couldn't afford him.
You want me to tell you what I would do if I was Sasha? If I may,
sure.
Go ahead.
If I was Sasha, I'd stay away from wrestling for a while, do movies and everything until 2024. That's when all these deals, Peacock and all them, will be be trying to pay that money because they're gonna try and get MJF. And when Sasha becomes a big star, because Snoop and all these other people are gonna teach them the ropes, then she can ask for more money, or they're willing to pay her a lot more money. If I was them, I would wait till 2024 and raise my star power outside of WWE and show them I can be a star without y'all. And now y'all got
to back to Braun Strowman. He said he wanted, I think,
because look at Cody. Look what Cody did in 6 years.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, there's no really big woman star. There's The Rock, there's John Cena, Cody came back as a star, Brock Lesnar. There's not a woman who's big who could be as big, and Sasha is it because Sasha did a lot of things that WWE doesn't want to give credit for.
Yeah, and thinking about this, if you think about it, Sasha became a bigger star than Sable ever was because Sable was a big star when she first came. I remember how big she became, posed for Playboy, and she was making all this money.
Yeah,
but
Sable was a whore.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, true. Yeah,
she said it, not me. I was.
Yeah, and then like I said, Sable did develop a big head real quick.
Hand jobs and cupcakes.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey said it. Yeah, it was hand jobs, lollipops, and hand jobs. And I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Ronda Rousey means by hand jobs. She must have seen some people. She must have seen some people giving hand jobs somewhere, just by accident or something like that.
She said that's how she keep her testosterone levels up.
Well,
Yeah, I heard that.
Back when Ronda was fighting in UFC,
Yeah, I heard that about that.
They did ask her that question, like how she stayed like
Focused. Yeah.
She says she has sex on the daily. Sex every day.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
shit.
Travis.
Oh, shit.
She said she.
That's one way to stay
So
focused.
no wonder Travis is always with her.
I don't think it was Travis
that's
with
how
her.
she said when it comes to her fights, when it comes to her matches, you got to keep your testosterone level up. That's what she mentioned. And for her, the best way to do it, sex.
But here's the thing. Reese, you mentioned saying no one of Travis is with her. Here's the thing. I saw a YouTube video on UFC, and I was reading the comment section real close. Apparently, somebody had a secret on Dana White and Ronda Rousey in UFC, because you notice how. Here's the thing: the original female who started the trend for female UFC was Gina Carano, long before Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
Ronda Rousey has a better look. Blonde hair, young, had blue eyes, yada yada. Here's the thing: Dana White was smashing that, and that's the secret.
Conor McGregor is fucking him. So they're both.
I'm not surprised by that. I heard rumors about that.
Conor McGregor is fucking Dana White, and Dana White's fucking Ronda Rousey.
And look, and I'm saying, and some people said Dana White was hitting that while she was dating Travis, and it wasn't just him either. Others have had a piece of Ronda. So, as Ty said about Sable, Ronda Rousey a hoe. It's hard to believe, but given her personality,
will definitely agree with that.
Look at how many times look how many times Sable had to flash her titties just to get where she at.
That's true, yeah.
And it was 90s too.
Where she at too? So
Cause see, back in the Attitude Era, all that stuff. For some of the women back then, all they had to do was have big titties, and already they gonna put you on TV. They'll put you on TV, give you some deals, make you a big star. All you gotta have is some big ass knockers, and you in there.
Or eat it.
Hey, do you remember
if you watch the matches from back then, the matches was really sloppy. Like the only people that really had good matches together was Trish and Lita.
Yep.
If you look at their other matches, the matches were kind of sloppy. They were missing, like they were bumping all kind of crazy and stuff.
Yeah, it was all kind of.
That's why they called Trish and Lita the pioneers, because they were the only ones that actually.
Trish and Lita aren't the pioneers. I would go back as far back as Luna Vachon, because Luna Vachon. And Luna Vachon literally had to carry Sable's ass in a match. But look at this: when they got backstage, Sable got all the praise, and only one person.
She did, because she was sucking dick.
Of course.
Yeah. Shit.
A lot of them were sucking dick back then.
What the fuck?
I was about to say, when Mark's away, the Sable will play.
That was true, yeah. So Mark Merrill picked the wrong one when he picked her.
I'm surprised he didn't get an STD either.
Damn. Oh, look. Hey, Bullet Club, man. Remember when you said Sable flashing titties? Do you remember the pay-per-view of Fully Loaded back then? Sable and Miss Jackie. Yeah, the hammock. Yeah, I have that pay-per-view on VHS tape. I have that on tape. I taped it when it took place. I still have that too. That was I wasn't expecting that. I was like, but it was pay-per-view, because remember Jared always reaction when he saw that, he was like jumping like, ah! I'm like, oh my.
That's when she had the handprints on her titties.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No bra either. I'm like, oh my god. And I for a second I thought she was gonna tear him off.
Think if those handprints weren't there. Jerry Lawler would have had a heart attack.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
even with them on there, so
right, he did. Oh, speaking of that, hey, do y'all remember Stacey Cat the Carter, Armageddon?
Yeah. Oh yes! Oh my god, I remember Armageddon. I remember Armageddon.
I have that one too on VHS. Yes, that was the best one.
My god,
he was like, JR, I saw little puppies with cute little pink noses.
The cat was showing her kitten.
Yeah, for a third of a second. I'm like, oh my god, they did it. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler was jacking off every time.
No, he went back. He went back to the hotel. He was like,
"He did it right then."
He went back to the hotel room. He went hard. He went hard on that. It was like,
you about to get this
damn, I
dick.
just saw it. It's like, damn, I
He
just
is a
saw it.
pervert though, because didn't he marry somebody as soon as they turned 18?
Yeah, that's all Jerry Lawler did. Yeah, he did. That's all he does. His old ass is with young women all the time.
Yeah, Jerry the King Lee
I heard
Lewis.
about that. He was,
And he actually
was
was dating. He actually was dating the cat for a minute, for a time.
I think that's
So,
the woman I'm talking about. He married her as soon as she turned 18, like the day of she turned 18. They got married.
wow. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it. He was on page 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he had page 2.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
The king instead of King Lawler, you could call him King Pervert.
King pedophile.
That is.
But apparently King was the same way when Jackie had her top ripped off. And ironically enough, since we brought up Tim White at the top of the show. Yeah, remember it was like one of them England pay-per-views, but then like Sable was trying to get away. Yeah, Jacqueline was trying to get away from Sable, and so she got up on the referee's shoulder, but then
the referee ripped her dress off. Yeah,
Ripped her dress off.
Oh, I missed that one. I didn't see that one.
I forgot the name of it. I know you're talking about.
The rebellion
anything involving
I remember. Yeah, but both of them.
I remember.
Yeah, rebellion. I remember. I read it one insurrection, but at the end of the match, it was Stone Cold and X-Pac beating up Triple H. One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
It was good stuff back then. That was good stuff. I mean,
the attitude era, so it's like you would expect some stuff like that.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, remember DX and when they used to get the girls in the crowd to flash them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, remember that?
That was wild.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think one of them Janet Jameson, ironically.
What'd you say?
I think one of them was Janet Jameson, like Tito Ortiz's ex-woman.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't recognize them.
Oh wow.
I knew one that's one of them somebody told me one of them was Steve Blackman's daughter. This one with blackish hair. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Damn. I was about to say damn.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
look,
great about that. Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, because look at this, and look at Chris back then. Even though they had on camera doing it, because like I said, remember when Triple H would cut a ring and promo on the ring with DX, it said, "Speaking of titulating," and then you play the music. They played the music and it said, "All the way up," and then so it is after a while when the camera stopped and it went to commercial, more and more women started flashing, and the security had to throw them out.
Oh, that's fucked
How
up.
security gonna throw them out when they were? That's crazy.
They were
No,
asked to do that. Why would you throw them out?
Exactly.
No, because I think because see, there was so many women doing it.
Like
it was too many, because see the two that had the camera on them, I think they were plants, like models or somebody they know, just plants. They were supposed to, and I'm pretty sure they were paid and paid well.
Yeah.
But when the regular women started doing it,
they were just showing their titties, and they weren't the ones to.
Right. Yeah. So and the thing is, it got out of hand. See, and the thing is, you still had kids there, so
Right.
kids probably saw that and probably said,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the kids were like, "Oh wow!" I'm pretty sure they made their night.
I know my black ass did.
This is the moment where I stop playing with toys. Right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Which toys are we talking about?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Which toy we talking about? We talking about the ones from Mattel or Kenner?
I mean, are we talking about Ninja Turtles? I mean,
yeah, with toys, yeah, or dolls, or.
Disrespectful.
I'd rather play with the real thing,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd rather play with the real thugs.
Hey. Oh wait,
Anyway.
didn't Terry flash her one time too?
Oh no, I don't think so. But she came close though. Yeah, because remember she was part of
no, when
PMS.
she
Remember
was,
PMS?
Oh no, this was back when she was with Goldust.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
You remember
She flashed,
the
but I think she came
SmackDown
close.
where, I don't know if it was the opening segment, but Stephanie was bent over and the camera went all the way up, and she was like mooning she just turned around and said, "Now I got your attention," and I don't know what she said.
Yeah,
I remember when they were doing the Playboy thing.
This is kind of one of the tactics that's one of the tactics that Triple H said we're gonna have to do if we're gonna get our television ratings up. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get the ratings up, whether it was flashing your ass or doing this or doing that. And for Stephanie, she took one of those tactics and said, I'm gonna do that same thing. So if I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get our TV ratings up, she was like, I don't care if I gotta moon the crowd or show her ass, everything like that.
Great. Remember the one time she took that? Yeah, one time she almost took a pedigree. That
But yeah, everybody, it is almost 12 o'clock. I want to keep you guys up. This is
actually it's almost 1.
Yes, almost 1 Eastern time, 12 o'clock over here. So everybody, thank you guys so much for coming on here and chopping it up with me. I really do appreciate it. So for the people, for the fathers out there, happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth. But yeah, I will be talking to you guys hopefully next week. I'm gonna just take you guys off.
Oh yeah, peace.
Peace. So everybody that was watching, everybody that came on, thank you so much. Until that time, I am your host, Mr. Team Bringing. You guys have a wonderful and blessed work week. Bye, everybody.